Hey, OTR fans, this is Greg from An Evening of Old Time Radio. First, today's collection of radio shows actually comes to you courtesy of one of our subscribers, Jesus Gonzalez. Thanks very much, my friend. Excellent suggestion. So, Mama Bloom's Brood is a 1934 sitcom/soap opera that follows Papa Jake Bloom and his wife Mama Becky Bloom and their two daughters Yetta and Sarah, a Jewish-American family, as Papa retires and sells his business, and they settle down to life after retirement. The episodes were 15 minutes long, and they were serialized, and in the beginning fell into the soap opera genre, but as the series progressed, combined elements of traditional situation comedies as well. Now, these first episodes deal with the girls getting married, Papa winding down his business, and so forth. In subsequent episodes, after Papa retires, he and the family, along with Yetta and Sarah's husbands, hit the road by car and travel to Hollywood for their first vacation in 25 years. And of course, each episode describes all the adventures that they have along the way. Now, the series has been compared to The Goldbergs in some aspects, if you're familiar with that radio show. So here are the first 16 episodes of Mama Bloom's Brood. And again, a big thank you to Jesus for the suggestion. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching.
Well, well, well. Here's Mama Bloom's Brood. It is evening in the Bloom home. Mama is away. Papa hasn't come home from business, which leaves the two girls, Sarah and Yetta, to themselves in a discussion about a most important subject.
Where's Ma?
She's over at Mrs. Fine's.
What's she doing?
Oh, playing bridge, I guess. That's what she said she was going to do.
She goes over there every night Papa works, doesn't she?
Uh-huh.
Is Papa going to pick her up?
She won't let him. She says she got there by herself and she can get back by herself.
Believe me, when I get married, my husband will call for me.
Well, when I get married, my husband will send the chauffeur for me.
What dress did she wear?
Her new black one.
I bet she didn't. She's saving that for someone's funeral.
Oh, she wore it all right. That's the only decent thing she has.
Well, I'm going to take a look. I told you. She went out in that old gray dress.
Believe me, if I had a new dress, I wouldn't let it hang up at home. I'd put it on.
I need a new dress.
You need one. Say, I haven't had a new dress for years.
Why, you just got that blue one just 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that old rag. I hate it. I've got to have a new dress for Saturday night.
So do I. You don't think I'm going to that party without a new dress? It's terrible. I'm ashamed to look anybody in the face. And that smart aleck, Ella Markowitz, always has something new.
Oh, you just don't like her because she looks at your Sydney.
Well, I wouldn't blame him a bit if he looked back at her. Well, not that he does, but... Well, the way Paul makes me dress is enough to make any fellow look at another girl.
Well, talking about it won't do any good.
I know that.
I'm going to ask Papa when he comes in. I'm going to tell him that I absolutely have to have a dress.
He'll holler murder.
I don't care. I'm going to ask him anyhow.
Maybe we better wait until Ma comes home and let her ask him.
Oh, I can do it as well as she can.
Well, ask for me, too, will you?
Sure. I'll just tell him that we simply have to have it.
And if he gives us an argument, we'll tell him a thing or two.
Hey, we better not do that. Now, let's be diplomatic about it.
Oh, sure, we'll be diplomatic, but we'll ask him just the same.
I'll bet we'll get it, too. If we just act firm about it.
If he comes home first, we'll ask him right away.
But if Ma gets home first, we'll wait until we get him alone.
Why?
Well, if we wait until the two of them are together, we've got twice as much work. Each one of them will think of some reason why we shouldn't have it. And if there's only one of them, why, there's just half as many reasons.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. And you know how Mama always sides in with Papa. Like last week when you wanted to use the car, when you and Sidney were going to the AZA dance.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, dear. It'll be just our luck to have Mama come in first and spoil everything.
Well, if she does, I'll take her into her room and get her to sew on a button.
What button?
Well, I don't know. I've got plenty of buttons that have to be sewed on.
There's somebody. It's Papa. Do you still think tonight's a good time?
Sure. Oh, now, Sarah, don't back out.
Who, me? Say, I want that dress as much as you do. And for goodness sake, if he calls you Yetta, don't start that Yvette business. That always makes him sore.
All right. Hello, Papa.
Hello, Papa. Hello, Yetta. Hello, Sarah. Mama home yet?
No, she's still at the bridge party.
Bridge. That's all I ever hear from Mama nowadays. In the old country, we used the bridge to cross the river. Here, it makes a man a widower before his time. There's my paper.
Here it is, Papa, on the sofa.
Good. You see my slippers?
Oh, I'll get them for you.
Let me get
Never
them.
mind. I'll get them myself. I'm no cripple. Just tell me where they are.
But, Papa, we want to get them for you.
What?
You've been working all day. You must be tired. You just sit down in the big chair.
Yeah, that's right, Papa. You just sit down and I'll get you, let me see, I'll get you a cigar.
My paper, my slippers, my cigar. What's the matter? You girls sick?
No, Papa. We're not sick.
We never felt better in our lives. Right, Papa?
Thank you. Everybody's so nice. What's the reason?
Nothing. Can't we do something nice for you without you getting suspicious?
We just want you to be comfortable.
It's too good to be true. I know something is up. Did you maybe do something you shouldn't do?
Now, Papa, of course not.
Yeah. Well, maybe I was wrong.
Papa? Papa, how was business today?
Business? Business was today like business was yesterday. Customers came in, some of them bought, some of them didn't buy.
I don't see how any of them keep from buying. I think you make the finest knee pants in the world.
Sarah, the world is a big place.
And if they need anything, why, they have to buy it. I always say if you need something, you need it.
Yes, and if you absolutely have to have something, well, there's no use waiting.
No, you might as well get it sooner or later.
Children, I agree with you 100% completely. Everything you've said is true. And now, if you'll please let me alone for a few minutes, I'll read my paper.
Papa.
Yes?
Papa.
What do you want from me?
Papa, Sally and I are going to a party Saturday night.
I know. Don't tell me. You want to use the car. All right. Use it. And now, please let me read.
No, we don't want to use the car, Papa. But you see, everybody's going to be there, and we thought that, we'd like to, Sister thinks so, too.
Sister thinks what?
Well, it's like this.
Tell him.
Yeah, it's coming out now. No. What do you want?
Well, I want a new dress.
So do I.
Oh, we have to have them.
Positively, Pa.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Well, if you absolutely have to have them, I'm sorry for you. 2 weeks ago, I brought you each 2 new dresses. Wear one of those.
Oh, I don't like them.
I don't either.
2 weeks ago, you liked them.
Oh, we wore them so much we're sick of them.
What do you think I am, made of money? Every week, it's new dresses.
But I tell you, we have to have them. If we don't get them, we won't go to the party.
You're scaring me. All right, if you don't want to go, then you don't have to go to the party.
But, Papa...
I want to read my paper. Will you please be quiet?
They won't be very expensive.
You're absolutely right. They won't cost a cent because I'm not going to get them. And now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me, I'm going into the other room and read my paper. And if you don't want to go out Saturday and what you've got, you stay home. But whatever you say to me, it makes absolutely no difference. Once and for all and finally, no new dresses.
Well, I'm not going. He thinks I'm going to run around looking like a scarecrow. We've got another thing coming.
Let's ask Mama.
Oh, what good will it do? You know Mama. She never does anything without asking him first.
I guess it's off then. And I think Papa's the meanest thing.
Who's the meanest thing?
Ma, gee.
You scared me, Mama. I didn't hear you come in.
I'm so full from food I can't make a sound. Honestly, it was just like a party. Everything fixed up swell. Napkins with monoplanes on them.
Monoplane?
Yeah, initials.
Oh, you mean monogram.
Monograms, what's the difference? Everything was so refined there. Just like our family came over in the Sunflower.
Mayflower, Mama.
All right, Mayflower, what do I care? And we played bridge with new cards, just like in the moving picture. And one of the ladies smoked a cigarette.
Ma, why didn't you wear your new dress?
What difference did it make what dress I wore? She didn't invite my dress. Besides, it's too fancy, and I hate those shiny silks. My napkin always slips off of it. Eh? What's the matter? You don't give Mama a kiss? And besides, to Papi, you calling a mean thing? Huh? Didn't they teach you in school to have disrespect for your parents?
Well, I think Papa is a mean thing.
21 years I lived with your papa, and he was all right. 3 hours I leave him alone with you, and now he's a mean thing. What's he mean about? Ha, the automobile, I'll bet you. Automobiles cause all the trouble. I'm sorry they was invented.
Oh, it isn't the automobile. Papa won't get any new dresses.
Your papi in a dress? That's something I'd like to see myself.
No, Ma. We're going to the party Saturday night at Minabelle Horowitz's, and we need a new dress. We've got to have it.
So you'll ask your papa, and he'll get it for you.
We did ask him, and he said no. And we asked him again, he went out of the room. It's terrible.
All right, I'll ask him. You'll get a new dress, don't worry.
Oh, it's no use, Ma. He's just made up his mind.
Jake.
What is it, Mama?
You come in here, Jake. You'll read in here.
I can't come in there. Those girls are driving me crazy.
Who pays any attention to them? Do they know what they're saying?
2 weeks ago, I brought them each new dresses from Kaplan's wholesale place. And now they want more dresses. Believe me, they won't get them.
Of course they don't get them. What you getting excited about? Remember your liver?
Don't remind me about that. I feel bad enough already.
All right, Papa, don't get excited.
Excited. How can I help it? And those 2 girls of yours keep worrying me about new dresses.
All right, Jake. They won't bother you no more. Sit down and read your paper.
My paper. How can I read my paper with all these arguments going on around me?
We'll be having no more arguments. Everything will be pieces and quiet.
Yeah.
Now sit down in the picture and read. Go ahead. Jake, how was business today?
Business from you, too.
All right, Papa, I won't ask you any more about it.
I don't know how come I should get such a family.
The family's all right.
Yeah, those 2 girls
Never mind the girls, Jake. They won't worry you no more. Didn't I say it?
But, Mama, you said you...
You 2 girls don't have to show off the way Ella Markovich does. Besides, their father's a big manufacturer. Your papa's just got a small place.
What's that? You're talking like a fool. I did more business in July than Markovich did in June and July. And August thrown in.
And better business, too, I'll bet you.
Yeah, you bet your life. I'll tell you something. We got accounts he can't even show samples to.
Now, you see, girls, your own dresses are good enough. What do we care what anyone thinks? Papa can't afford it. Remember, Papa's got 2 girls to dress. Old man Markovich has only got 1.
Is that so? I can afford to dress 2 girls better than he can afford to dress 1.
Just the same, that Markovich is a slick fella. He dresses his girl up like a Polish wedding, and everybody thinks that by him business is good. Papa can't do that.
I can do it if I want to. Who's going to tell me I can't dress up my own daughter?
But, Jake, you don't want to.
Who says I don't want to? Listen, Mama, if they're going to a party Saturday night, and I want they should have new dresses, who's to tell me my own business? Mama, you take them down tomorrow morning early to Rubens and get them each a new dress. And get them a coat, too. Markovich, that muzzler. I could buy him and sell him. And don't argue with me anymore. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Be careful with your teeth, Jake. They cost $400.
Oh, Mama, you're wonderful.
Mm-hmm. So you see, every day you get smarter. If you ever want anybody to do nothing, all you gotta do is tell them not to do it. Remember that old maximum. A horse you can lead with water, but if you want flies, you gotta use honey.
It's wonderful the way you and Papa get along. You always have your way.
Listen, darling. In the important things, I let your papa be boss.
What do you call important things?
I don't know. Since we've been married, nothing important has come up.
well, here's Mama Bloom's brood. Here we are in the Bloom home immediately after supper. We find Mama and Yetta washing the dishes.
Ma? Ma?
What you want, Yetta?
You know what I want.
How do I know what you want? You want so many things.
Yeah, but you know what I want now.
Mm-hmm. You want to leave the dishes.
Yeah, let's leave them.
Well, we leave them.
You know, Ma, in the sink.
Then what'll happen? Will they wash themselves?
Oh, Ma.
Look, if we wash them now, they're done. Then we can dress up and be ladies and have a good time for the rest of the evening. But if we leave them, then all evening we got to keep thinking, the sink is full of dirty dishes. And in the end, we got to wash them anyhow.
All right, you win, Ma. Come on, let's wash them.
I'll wash and you wipe. But wipe dry. Don't be like your sister. You know, to watch that girl wipe dishes, you'd think the dish towels cost $10,000 apiece. She holds the plate in one hand and waves the towel at it like she was waving goodbye to somebody who was going away on a boat.
I do better, don't I?
A little better. But if I was opening a college for dish wipers, you still couldn't be our professor. Oh, now you did it?
It's only a cup, Ma.
Our cup has got as much right to live as anything else. What's the matter? You mad at all the cups?
Well, I didn't do it on purpose, did I?
Does that make the cup all in one piece again?
It just sort of jumped out of my hand, Ma.
That's funny. That's the first wild cup we had in this house. Whenever I wipe dishes, they behave themselves. When you or Sarah wipe them, they get mad and they start jumping around. I can't understand it. Don't throw away the pieces. We can put it together with paste.
You mean muesli?
I mean glue. I don't know whether it's more trouble to do the dishes by myself or to have you girls help me. And then go downtown the next day and buy new dishes.
Oh, we ought to eat off a paper plate.
You know who uses paper plates? Starvages.
You mean savages?
I mean Indians. People like us don't use paper plates. We use regular dishes.
Why didn't Papa come home to supper?
He was busy.
Doing what?
Why do you ask me? He's busy with his business. Maybe he's having a conference.
What do they do at conferences?
Well, the way Papa tells me about it, they sit down and they tell stories. And they make motions.
Yeah? What kind of motions?
Don't ask me.
Well, what do you think?
You know, when your Papa talks, he makes motions with his hands? I guess that's what they mean.
Oh, it sounds silly to me.
Say, I got troubles of my own. I work all afternoon making a fine dinner, everything your Papa'd like. And at 6 o'clock he calls me up and says he can't come home. He's got to stay down at the office and make motions with his hands. If he wants to make motions, why don't he come home and do it? I wouldn't stop him.
Oh, he doesn't do it very often.
No. Only when I go into a lot of work to make a meal. from having something he don't like for supper, then he never stays downtown. That's one thing I found out. Conferences only come when you got a special good dinner.
Is that the way it works out?
Sure. If I'm house cleaning, I've been sewing, and I'd like Papa to stay downtown, that night he comes home. The very next night, when I fixed up something extra, Papa calls up and says tonight he's having a conference. Yeah, and your sister, she's just as bad.
Well, she probably stayed downtown and had dinner with that fellow she went out with last night. You know, Sidney.
Couldn't she call her? Is it some law she can't use the telephone?
Oh, maybe she forgot.
Her forgetter works good. Her rememberer gets out of order much easier.
What are we going to do tonight, Mama?
Same thing we did last night. Stay home.
Aren't you tired of staying home?
Darling, I'm tired of a lot of things, but I keep on doing them. Anyhow, Papa will be home soon. Comes 9 o'clock, Papa gets tired. Besides, if he was downtown waving his hands, it'll make him even more tired.
What time is it?
I don't know. You can call up and ask information.
You mean information?
Information, information. Ask it.
All right. Thank you. It's only 8:27.
It'll soon be time to go to bed.
Time for you, maybe, Ma, but there's a lot of people don't go to bed till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
What good does it do them? They have to sleep later in the morning, so it comes out to the same thing. Only you burn up more electricity. So the dishes are finished. Yet I put away the pots. Those even you can't break.
Okay. Charles said.
There's Papa.
No, it might be Sarah.
No, it's Papa, all right.
How do you know?
I know Papa's walk. He scrabbles his feet.
You mean shuffle?
Shuffles you do with cards. With feet, it scrabbles.
Hello, Becky.
Oh, hello, Pa.
Yes,
Hello, Jake. How you feel?
all right.
What's the matter with
I
you?
just told you I feel all right.
Now tell me what's the matter with you.
There's nothing the matter with me.
Who are you fooling? Over 20 years I've been married to you and you try to tell me how you feel? I know something's wrong. Somebody sick?
Nobody is sick.
Well, that's something to be thankless for. Come on, Jake, what is it? Is business all right?
Business is all right.
Well, if business is all right and nobody's sick, whatever else it is can be fixed up. Did you have supper?
No,
Sit down, I'll get you something.
I ain't so hungry.
Till you leave. Come on, Jake, don't make riddles. What is it?
But, Becky, what do you know about business?
Business is not a trick like a magician. Business is only common sense. I'm no fool, am I? Say, even if I wasn't so smart when I got married to you 20 years ago, living with a smart man for 20 years, I got to pick up some sense, don't I?
But, Mama, business is different.
What's so different about it? If you buy something for 10 cents and you sell it for 15 cents, that's good business. If you buy it for 15 cents, you sell it for 10 cents, that's bad business. You can talk for the whole winter and that's all there is to it.
All right. But, Mama, still you wouldn't understand it.
Why wouldn't I understand it? Is it in some foreign language like English?
Ma, English is no foreign
In
language.
Europe, it's a foreign language. Sometimes the way I speak it, English is a foreign language over here.
Mama, what are you arguing with her for?
I'm not... Jake, you feel better now, huh? You want a little more soup?
I feel better.
Here's another plate soup. Eat the noodles, too. You don't even have to chew them. They'll sleep. Come on. Now that you feel better, swallow the noodles and tell me what's on your mind.
Well, Mama, I'll tell you.
No, it comes out.
You know Abe Morgenstern?
You mean Sophie Morgenstern's husband, the one with the 3 children?
Yeah.
What's he got to do with you?
You know he's got a bad reputation. For years, his wife has almost left him.
I know the story. He was bombing around and she caught him. Say, those kind of things happen. Wherever you got tires, you're going to have punctures.
Well, who do you think I saw him talking to this afternoon?
Tell me, darling, I'm not good with crosstown puzzles.
Crossword, not crosstown.
Make it riddles. Tell me, Jake.
He was talking to our Sarah.
Oh, Sarah?
Yes. There he was, standing in front of a cigar store, and he and our Sarah were talking together. Close, like secret.
Why, she hardly knows
That's
him.
what I thought.
I don't believe it.
How can you say you don't believe it?
If I saw it myself, I wouldn't believe it.
Well, you can believe it, all right. I saw it. You know, I had half a mind to go right up to her there and grab her away from that loafer.
Did you do it?
I didn't want to make a scene. It's bad enough she should stand on the corner talking to a bum like that without me going up and making noises to call attention to her.
Why, she's out with Sidney. Sidney Schiffbane.
I saw her with Abe Morgenstern.
Was Sidney there too?
Nobody was there. Just him and Sarah. I look special. I tell you, a man bringing up children nowadays, you don't know what they'll do next.
When she comes home, I'll ask
She
her.
isn't home.
No.
Did she call up and say where she was?
No.
No wonder she didn't call up. She was ashamed.
She's with Sidney, all right. She told me she was going with them.
Sure, she told me too.
Yeah.
What's the use of you two telling me? She was with that loafer.
You can talk till you're blue in the eye, and you can't make me believe that our daughter Sarah would do a thing like that. When she comes home, I'll bet you we'll find out that it was some girl who looked like her. I'm so sure I'd be willing to bet cash money.
Didn't she have on that little blue dress from Kaplan's Wholesale? And didn't she carry the purse I brought home for Yetta last week with the white monkey business on the back?
Yeah, she did.
You see, I told you.
Then there'll be some good reason why she was talking to him.
What kind of a reason?
Good reason.
Even you, Mama, couldn't think of a good reason to talk to a man like that on a street corner when you're supposed to be with somebody else.
Jake.
Well, what do you want?
Jake, you was on a jury, ain't it?
What's that got to do with it?
I'll come back up to that later. Tell me, wasn't you on a jury?
Mama, what are you coming to? You know I was on a jury 4 or 5 times.
Look,
6.
Jake, even when a man is catched inside a house with a gun in his hand, you can't send him to jail for burglary until you heard what he has to say. He looks like a burglar. He acts like a burglar. 9 chances out of 10 he is a burglar. But still, maybe he went in the house to try and sell the gun.
Oh,
You got to listen to what he has to say before you can send him to jail, ain't it?
yeah, of
All
course.
right. For a stranger, a burglar you never saw before in your life, you'd give him a chance. But your daughter, your own skin and bones, you'd condemn her on international evidence.
It's circumstantial evidence,
It's
Mom.
foolishness.
Listen, I don't want to hear any stories. I know what I saw.
She'll be home any minute, and you listen to stories.
You're telling me what I'll do.
Sure, I'm telling you. For 20 years now, I've been married to you.
Then
is it?
why don't you be on my side once in a while? I'm your husband.
She's my daughter. After all, her husband's only a relative
Mama,
by
I'm
marriage.
telling you for the last
Here
time.
she is.
Hello, folks. What's the matter with Papa?
Papa's having trouble with his eyes. He's seeing things. Sarah, where were you?
I was bumming around with Sidney.
You were with Sidney all the time?
Sure. What's the matter with Papa?
Why you want to know?
I wish he was in a good humor. I'm going to ask him a favor.
Maybe you better wait till tomorrow, huh?
It can't wait. Pop, you know Abe Morgenstern, don't you?
Aha, now it's coming out.
What's coming out?
Go on, Sarah. What were you saying?
Well, Sidney and I met him this afternoon. Poor fellow. I never saw anybody so discouraged in my life. He and his wife are back together again, and she's going to have a baby, and he hasn't got a job or a quarter. Sidney offered to lend him $10, and he went in a cigar store to change to 20, and while he was in there, the poor fellow told me they hadn't had a bit of food in the house for 2 days. He was ashamed to say it in front of Sidney.
You see, I told you, Jake.
You told him what?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Well, there's nothing more. While Sidney was in the cigar store, Mr. Morgenstern asked me to ask Papa to see if there was anything at the store he could do. Said he didn't care what it was as long as it was work. He didn't want Sidney to know about it because Sidney and his wife are second cousins.
Sure, Papa'll give him some kind of job.
Here's the telephone number where you can reach him. It's the grocery store downstairs, but they'll call him. You will, won't you, Pop?
All right. He can start tomorrow.
Sure.
Sarah, you go and call him up right away.
Yes, Mom.
Go with her, Yetta.
All right, Mom.
Gee, I think that was swell of you, Sarah.
All right, Mama. I know. Now you're going to start with me.
No, Jake. I just want you to remember one thing the next time comes up an occasion like this.
What one thing?
Remember, Jake, that all is not gold, it's jewelry.
waiting up for the girls?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now you become a detective.
Can't you see them in the morning?
I want they should tell me about the party.
In the morning, they can tell you just as good.
By morning, they'll forget something.
All right, Mama. I'm going to bed.
What time is it?
Time? Let me see. 16 minutes after 12.
Papa, before you go, dial me up a number on the telephone.
Couldn't you do it yourself? I'm sleepy.
My fingers is too big for the hole.
All right, use a lead pencil. Good night, Mama.
Good night, Papa. Papa, wait a minute. What's the telephone number from Horowitz's?
Which Horowitz?
They're the girls are at a party, you know, the sickly one.
Oh, you mean Mo Horowitz? Let's see. Mo, it's a Maine 3489.
Papa, how you spell Maine in English?
Mama, Maine is in English.
Oh, Jake, it'll take you such less time to get me the number than to tell me how to get it. And to spell long words like Maine. Please, that you could already save maybe an hour.
All right, Mama. I'll get you the number, but you're going to have to hang up yourself. Here, look, I'll show you how to use the phone. For Maine, you dial M-A. M is here. Look.
Oh, M is the crooked one.
And A is this one.
And A I already know, like in Happy Street.
And 3489, I'll show you. $34.89. That you can write.
Oh, that's easy. I didn't know it was like that.
All right, let me see you get it.
M A 3 4 6 9. That's easy, all but the M. Hello? Hello?
Mama, wait till they answer.
Am I hanging up? Hello? Mrs. Horowitz? Sadie? Hello, how are you? Speak a little louder, please. Yeah, this is Mrs. Jake Bloom. I'm all right. How's by you? How's business? By us, it's the same too. Tell me something. Could I maybe speak to my daughter Yetta? Oh, Yetta's left. Yeah. Come over and see me sometime. How's Lisa doing? That's too bad.
Huh?
How did it happen? Ain't that terrible? Well, say, what can you do? You gotta bear and grin it. I'll tell you, nowadays comes everything. If you ain't got the voice luck, so goodbye.
Oh, well, what's the matter? What's the matter? Was he killed? Was he run over?
No, poor Isadora.
No, tell me. What is it? What is it?
You know he was going to get graduated today, so she got him a new suit.
Yeah.
Dressed him all up and started him off for school, and just as he was crossing the street...
An automobile hit him.
No, he fell down.
And broke his leg.
No.
Well, what is it?
He tore a hole right in his new pants.
Oh, they is mere so terrible that ain't. It could have been worse.
Sure, he could have torn the coat.
Here I am, sitting up in the middle of the night talking about coats and pants.
Yeah.
Well, weren't our girls there?
They left half an hour ago.
Well, where are they?
Maybe they stopped someplace.
Well, at that, they could have been hungry.
Hungry after our party? What kind of a party's that?
Who knows what kind of parties people go to nowadays?
Jake, parties nowadays is like parties any days. They play games. But not kissing games.
Not kissing games?
Who knows? Maybe kissing games.
If I catch them playing kissing games, I'll break their necks.
Jake, you used to like kissing games.
Well, I was crazy, too.
Why were you crazy?
How do I know I was crazy? I was just crazy.
I used to like kissing games, and I wasn't crazy.
You were crazy, too.
You remember 22 years ago last Thursday?
Now you're talking like a district attorney. How can I remember that far back?
I remember that far. I went to a party in the old country, and we was playing a kissing game. A crazy kissing game. And my partner was a good-looking young fella.
He wasn't so good-looking.
Yeah, he was. He was very good-looking. And he was very kind, and he was nice. And he had on a brown suit with his father's boots. You remember those boots, Jake?
Do I remember them? They were too small for me. They hurt my feet to walk in them.
And I had on a red dress.
Such a beautiful dress.
Trimmed with beads. Jake, was I pretty then?
You're beautiful now.
No, I'm fat.
No, you're just the right size. Becky, you know, I can remember how those boots hurt my feet.
And you walked 6 miles home with me just to finish the kissing game. Tell me, Jake, did your boots hurt you on the way home, too?
Did they? Mama, to this day, I never told anybody. But listen, on the way home, I carried the boots and walked home in my socks.
To this day, I never told you either that I knew it.
What? How did you know it?
From the window I watched, I saw you take them home.
And still they can't play kissing games. I don't like
Who
it.
said they was playing?
I'm going to stay up and find out.
I thought you were sleeping.
I talked myself wide awake.
Where can they be this long?
Maybe they had an accident. Something like Isidore.
The papers are full from accidents. Jake, do you think something could have happened?
No. Nothing could happen.
You can't tell. From Horowitz's to here is a long way. There's lots of streets full of crazy drivers. I'll bet they was crossing the street and
Those
something...
fellas took them there in a taxi. They'll bring them home in a taxi.
Maybe something happened to the taxi.
Mama, why are you aggravating yourself?
You could have called for them yourself and brought them home.
I asked you if you wanted me to do that, and you told me it wouldn't look right.
Why do you pay any attention to me?
What do you want me to do? What do you want from my life?
You should have called for them and brought them home.
But you told me not to, Mama.
Our daughter's lives are in danger and he listens to me.
All right, maybe nothing
The
happened.
streets are full of taxi cabs flying around. The hold-up man on every corner and you say nothing happened.
I wish I would have gone to bed.
Jay, can't we call the police?
It all comes from kissing games. You see, if they didn't play kissing games, they would be home earlier. If they were home earlier, there wouldn't be any hold-up men.
It's no use. They're laying dead in some alley and you're sitting here laughing.
I am not laughing.
It's the same as though you were laughing. What are you doing? There's no use arguing with me. I know just what happened. They met a fiend.
How can you be so sure?
Papa, I can feel it in my bones. You can't fool a mother. Call up the police right away. Call up all the hospitals. That's where they are, in a hospital. Take the phone books. What are you waiting for?
Give me my eyeglasses. Give my eyeglasses.
Daughters are dying in hospital.
My
and he's
eyeglasses.
asking for his eyeglasses.
I want to look up the numbers, Mama. I want to look...
Look it up in a hurry.
Oh,
Hello, Bob. Trying to find a number? I'll look it up for you.
Where have you been?
Oh, we walked home.
I am going to bed.
Such a scare I never had in my life.
I told you nothing happened.
Next time your papa calls for you.
Oh, don't be a silly, Ma.
Such another evening's excitement I couldn't stand.
Oh, yeah, we was terrible worried. Your papa voiced it in me. He was going to call up the police.
Oh, my goodness, I'm glad you didn't do that.
Kissing games is what caused it. That is the trouble today.
What kissing game? Kissing like you played at the party.
Oh, nobody plays kissing games. They're out of date.
What did you do then?
Oh, we turned on the radio and danced for a while. Then Joe Cohen played the piano and his sister sang, and some of them played bridge.
Ma, you're certainly old-fashioned to talk about kissing games. Tell me some more about the party. Did you have a good time?
I guess so.
You guess so. What's the matter? Weren't you there?
Oh, there wasn't anything particularly exciting. Just a party.
How were your dresses?
All right. Talk about dresses. You should have seen the dress Helen Zuckstein had on. She bought it in Paris. Gee, I wish I could go to Paris.
I wish I could go to bed.
Go to bed. What are you waiting up for? I told you 2 hours ago to go to sleep.
That dress was the prettiest thing I ever saw in my life. No sleeves and cut very low in the back.
I bet they ran out of goods.
Oh, don't be silly. It was from the biggest dressmakers in Paris. They make hundreds of gowns.
Sure, the more dresses they make, the quicker they run out of goods.
Oh, you should have seen her, Ma. She was the hit of the party.
All the fellows crowded around her.
You're Sydney, too?
No.
What do you care, then?
Oh, I bet she'll get a swell fella.
Right.
She was the life of the party. Always laughing and joking and making wisecracks. She never stopped for a second, Ma.
You think fellas like that, huh?
Sure they do.
I don't think so.
Oh, you're old-fashioned, Ma. You don't understand.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Still, why shouldn't I understand?
Things are different nowadays.
You're right. Things are different, but people are the same.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. People are exactly the same. When I was a young girl, they rode bicycles. Now they fly around in airplanes. Everything is new fashioned, but people are still the same people. When a young man looks at a girl, exactly the same thing is in his mind as when your papa looked at me. How do you think I caught your papa? With flypaper?
Oh, Papa. Him.
By him? What's the matter with your papa? Do you think he wasn't a young fella, too? Say, Papa, did you... Yes, he's fast asleep there in the chair. Let him sleep. It'll do him good.
But Papa wasn't romantic.
Sarah, romance is one thing. Our husband is something else again. Helen Zuckstein in a fancy French dress is all right to look at. But even today, a young fella's got too much sense to pick out a wife like he picks out a necktie. A wife should look like a wife, not a chorus girl.
Oh, don't you think it helps the girl to be good-looking?
Sure, darling. It helps her. But if the fellow who's doing the looking has got something inside his head besides oatmeal, he wants something besides looks. What good is fancy fingernails when the baby's crying? What good is our drugstore complexion when the dishes need washing? You can't scrub a floor in a fancy French dress even without a back.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, and it's the same way when you're picking out a husband. Most times a good dancer makes a bum businessman. A poet will bring you home a rose, but you can't eat it.
Oh, sometimes roses are nice.
Sure, they're nice, Yetta. But when you're hungry, cabbage smells better. It's like that fancy French dress Helen Zuckstein wore. With a dress like that, you gotta have lots of other dresses. But with a substantial piece of merchandise like you got on, you can get along for a long time. Understand?
Uh-huh.
So when you're picking out a husband, take something maybe not so fancy in the first place, as long as it should bear better in the long run.
Even then, you're taking a chance.
You've got an old head and a young neck, Sarah. Of course you're taking a chance. Sometimes the sweetest apples make the sourest vinegar. The only thing you can do is to pick what looks like the best apple, and if it turns sour, who can tell? Maybe by that time you'll like vinegar.
Papa! Papa!
Yeah? What is it? What do you want?
Wake up. It's time to go to sleep.
Oh. Well. Here's Mama Bloom's brood. In the kitchen of the Bloom home, we find Mama preparing an extra special dinner. Why? Well, because Sarah's boyfriend, Sidney Schiffbane, has been invited to break bread. The girls haven't arrived yet, but
Papa is watching Mama avidly.
Jake, what time is it?
What time? It's time to eat.
Can't you wait a few minutes?
Sure I can wait. I've got to. What have we got anyway?
First we got soup, then chicken with noodles with potatoes, 2 vegetables, spinach with sweet peas.
Sweet peas. You mean green peas?
They're sweet. I tasted them myself. And then we got something fancy. Architects with melted butter.
Not architects. Artichokes. Architects build a house.
I thought carpenters build a house.
No, Mama. First, an architect makes a picture of a house. You remember when we built the factory? First comes an architect with a piece of paper.
Yeah, I remember. Blue paper with white lines on it. He called it a blueprint.
No, you mean a blueprint.
I'm ashamed of you, Jake. Blueprint is a oyster.
Oyster. Never mention that name in this house, Mama.
I wouldn't do it. And then chocolate cake, we got it, and coffee with finger bowls.
Finger bowls. Finger bowls. Finger bowls, we gotta have it for that boy. It's too much trouble. If he wants to wash his hands, let him go to the bathroom like I do.
He'll have finger bowls. And you'll do me a favor, Jake.
Yeah? What kind of a favor?
You'll please to wear your coat to the table.
But, Mama, my coat is too tight to eat in.
Also, Jake, remember, Sarah's very particular that you should do this. All the time that Sidney's here, Sarah you call Sally.
Sally. And I suppose I have to call Yeti Yvette. It's such a long name. If she wants a short name, what's the matter with Ida?
Yetta you can call Yetta. But so long as Sidney's here, Sarah is Sally.
Sally. Mama, does Sarah like Sidney?
What do you think she invited him to dinner for? To use our plates? Of course she likes him.
And does he like our Sarah?
How should I know?
Well, when I get here, I'll ask him.
Jake, you keep your thumbs out of her business.
Yeah. Mama, what does he do, this Sidney?
Works for his cousin, Moshe Spain, in the racket business.
Moshe Spain is no good. He's a bum.
Can I help it?
Mama, what business is this racket business?
I don't know, Jack. So many new business come up nowadays.
Racket business, the racket. You know, it seems to me I've heard of it.
So you've heard of it. Yetta says it's in all the papers.
Well, if he's a cousin of Moshe Spain's, he's no good.
How can you say that? 50 cousins maybe Moshe Spain's got. Can all of them be no good?
Any cousin of Moshe Spain's is a lowlife. Blood is thicker than milk.
A couple cousins of yours is no good. Does it hurt you?
Does it hurt you?
Your Uncle Ike is no good.
Your sister Reba is a lady, I suppose.
Your cousin Minnie's been married 7 times. Once in Jersey City.
Well, is it any worse in Jersey City?
Is it any better?
Say, is your brother a geranium? 5 times he failed, and has he got a cent yet?
My brother's all right. Hard luck anybody can have
Your
it.
brother's got more creditors than he's got hair on his head.
You're jealous.
Jealous? Me? Jealous of your brother? That muzzler.
Jake, do me one favor. Don't call names. What good'll it do? Let my brother alone.
All right. You let my cousin Ike alone, I'll let your brother alone.
All right. Did I start it?
Whoever started it, you stop.
All right, I'll stop.
Stop then.
I did stop. Still, your Uncle Ike is no good.
You're starting again. All day long I work hard. I come home for a quiet dinner, and all I hear is my Uncle Ike is no good. What do you want from my life? All right, settled. Have it your way. My Uncle Ike is no good.
As long as you admit it, the matter's settled.
What time is he coming this evening?
I don't know.
Well, as long as Sarah was inviting him to dinner, why didn't she stay home and help you fix it?
Maybe she forgot.
Yeah, maybe she remembered.
Anyhow, I'd rather not have her. When I'm cooking, the girls drive me crazy. They want to measure everything, like in a school.
Well, maybe it's our new style to measure everything.
Yeah, I know. I was at Mrs. Klein's for lunch last week. Everything she measures carefully. But she gets through it all tastes like hay.
Well, maybe that's scientific cooking.
Which would you rather have, scientific cooking or something to eat?
Can Sarah cook at all?
She can make fried eggs if she don't drop them too hot.
And if she drops them too hot?
Then she can make scrambled eggs.
Still, if she's having a fella here to dinner, she could come home and do something.
Maybe she could.
Well, why don't she then?
You ask her. She's half your daughter.
My side of the family was never lazy people.
Your Uncle Ike was
Now you're starting again.
Me starting?
Never mind. Let's talk about Sidney.
What good'll it do? She wants to marry him, she'll marry him.
Is that so? My daughter will listen to me.
Did I listen to my mother? She told me not to marry you.
Your mother's a fool.
Who's talking about relatives now?
What did I say?
He asks me what he said.
Sure, I'm asking you.
You said my mother was a fool.
All right, so I apologize.
I suppose my father was a fool.
Oh, no. Your father, he was a smart fella.
Well, he didn't like you either.
I didn't like him.
You just said he was a smart fella.
Sure, he was a smart fella, but I didn't have to like him.
My father was a very smart man.
Oh, yeah, he was, yeah. He couldn't make a living, but he was a smart fella, yeah.
In a minute, I'll start with your Uncle Ike.
In a minute, I'll go crazy.
I can go crazy, too. It ain't a patent.
Meanwhile, I'm having no supper.
In a minute. Hold your horseshoes.
I am holding my horseshoes, but can I eat horseshoes?
A few minutes, and everybody'll be here, and we'll all sit down. You'll wear a coat.
All right. If you'll give me something to eat, I'll even wear my overcoat. Every night we eat at 6 o'clock. Tonight, when I'm especially hungry, it's got to be 7.
7 is very stylish.
For Moshe Schiffbane's cousin, we've got to be stylish.
For Sarah's fella, we have to be stylish.
Was that the door open?
Yeah.
Maybe that's him.
He would ring the bell. That must be the girls. When he gets here, don't talk to him about his cousin.
I won't talk, Mama. I'll eat.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Ma. Hello.
Isn't Sydney here yet?
Where you been till now?
Why don't you stay home and help your mother?
She won't let us.
How do you know? Did you try?
I don't need him, Jake.
Well, maybe you could set the table.
All right, I'll set the table.
It's set already.
I better take a look and see if it's all right.
Don't worry, it's all right.
Sure, it's all right. 4 of us and 1 extra.
One extra Schiffbane's cousin.
I told you it was all wrong. The forks are on the wrong side and no bread plate.
No bread plates. Maybe we'll be arrested.
And there are no salad forks. What do you expect him to eat a salad with?
He could eat it with his mouth.
We've got salad forks, haven't we?
We got little forks.
They're salad forks. Where are they? I'll get them.
What do you want to bother for, Sarah? They're all wrapped up on the top shelf.
Paul, will you stand on a chair and get them?
Before I would stand on a chair for Moshe Schiffbane's cousin, he could eat his salad with a straw.
Well, I guess I'll have to do it myself.
What kind of a life will you make, Sarah? Sarah. Cooking you can't, sewing you can't. All you can do is get salad forks.
Oh, I'll get by.
Say, did you tell him you can't cook?
She'll learn, Jake. She'll learn.
You can't learn cooking in 10 minutes. When I married your mother, believe me, she was a good cook. And look at you. You can't even make coffee.
A man doesn't pick out a wife because she knows how to cook.
Maybe so, Sarah, but I still wish you knew how to cook.
Pop, Pop, when Sydney's here, please don't call me Sarah.
Yeah, I know. I'll call you Sally.
And, Bob, please wear your coat for dinner.
My coat again. I never saw so much excitement about one meal.
You'd think we was having the Prince of Wales.
Hurry up, Ma.
Yeah.
Take your apron off.
I'll do it.
Paul, put your coat on.
Yeah.
Ma, smooth your hair.
Yeah, and for the love of Mike, Ma, don't say please to me,
All
Jim.
right.
And if
I
you
won't.
want something, Pa, don't reach. Ask for it.
Yeah, here's your coat, Pa. Come on now, put it on.
All right. I'll wear my coat, but I'm warning you. After supper is over, I'm going to unbutton my vest. I don't care who's here.
I'll answer it.
You know, this Sydney's from a fine family.
Sure. The Schiffbanes, the blue bloods of Poland. Galicianos.
What difference does it make, Jake? He's a maker of big rackets. Remember that.
Mother,
Oh.
this is Sydney Schiffbane.
Pleased to meet you.
You see, he said it.
Said what?
And this is my father.
Hello.
All right.
Mama, can we have dinner?
In a few minutes, Jake. Sit down, Mr. Schiffbane. Take a load off your shoes.
Oh, thanks.
How's the racket business?
And how your cousin?
Oh, business is okie dokie.
What's this hokey dokey?
Well, Mama, different businesses have different words.
I mean, business is all very prevalent. Very prevalent.
It's no use. I guess we're talking about different things.
Sydney, are you making any money?
I get by.
Well, would you say you're making $75 a week? Or maybe 60 or more, maybe?
Papa'll have his little joke. Yeah. Does he care what you're making?
Oh, sure. Father's always kidding around. Sometimes people don't know how to take him, but he does love a joke. Don't you, Father?
How can you joke about money?
They are going to have tonight just a plain meal, Sydney, Mr. Schiffbain. We're not people for fancy food.
Oh, sure. I like plain food myself.
Usually I'm cooking the dinner, but today mine Sally, he insisted that she should cook everything herself as a special honor to you, Mr. Schiffbain.
Gee, that's swell.
Oh, that's all right.
That's a shame to make you do a lot of work, Sally.
My Sally don't mind it. I never seen a girl who enjoyed cooking like mine Sally. Not that mine Yvette can't cook, too.
Oh, yeah, she's just as good a cook as Sally.
Oh, sometimes, honest, you wouldn't believe me. It's practically a fight in a refined way.
between mine two girls to see who should cook dinner.
Yeah, you should taste Sally's fried eggs, or maybe it's scrambled eggs.
So Sally cooked the dinner, huh?
Every stitch of
Now,
it.
can you imagine that? Well, what are we having, Sally?
Why, I thought...
First you made soup, didn't you, Sally?
yes,
And
no.
Mr. Schiffin, I hate to brag, but soup like mine, Sally, makes you don't get in our restaurant.
I go for a good plate of soup. Now, what kind of soup is it, Sally?
Oh, tomato.
She calls it tomato. Why, I could never understand. To me, it's chicken soup. And then we got chicken, of course, what we used in the soup. I will say for one thing, Mr. Schiffin, Sally is very economical. And then comes with spinach and sweet peas, and then with melted butter, Sally cooked a... Jake, what was it Sally cooked?
Artichoke.
Yeah, artichoke, yes. And then she made our chocolate cake. It'll melt in your mouth. And not that we begrudge her eggs or anything, but she makes our cake with 2 eggs that you'd swear before our judge and jury she's got in it at least 6 eggs. Maybe 8.
Oh, that's a trick.
Trick. She knows millions with and without eggs.
I'll say she's a very clever girl.
Clever's nothing. When a girl can not only cook like mine Sally, and sew like a tailor, an expensive tailor, and darn and sweep and mend socks, I always say it'll be our very lucky fella that gets it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mother, Sydney's not interested in what I can do.
You see how modest she is. Most girls, if they could do half what mine girl could do, their mothers would talk to death about her. But I think that if a girl is smart like mine Sally, you don't have to tell everybody. They'll find out for themselves.
How was business today, Father?
Your papa's business is always good, Sarah. When a man is established like your father, with a reputation of high-class merchandise sold at lowest prices, how can it help but be good?
Mother, everything's ready.
Come in, Mr. Schiffbane. Come in to supper. Dinner's ready.
Well, here's Mama Bloom's brood. It is just before dinner in the Bloom household. Papa hasn't arrived yet from business. The 2 girls are trying to sell Mama on an idea.
Why do we have to stay home Sunday afternoon? Just when the weather's getting nice and the car's in good order, then you want us to stay home. Sure, we could drive to the lake. Yeah, and put up a picnic lunch.
Who likes picnic lunches?
Everybody does.
Not everybody.
Yes, everybody.
Everybody means me too, and I don't like them.
Well, you're the only one.
If you want to eat, I say eat in a dining room. People don't eat in our field. That's just for cows.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun.
What kind of fun is it? The sandwiches that should have salt ain't got no salt. The cake that shouldn't have salt is full of salt. And in everything walks around little snakes and different insects.
Insects, Ma.
What's good of all this talking? Sunday we're staying home. Your grandmother's coming here. And if you girls ain't, your father's going to be very mad.
But she was here last month. Why does she have to come on a Sunday?
She couldn't get away any other day.
I don't see why not. She's got all week to come over.
Why does she have to pick on a Sunday?
She can't go around on a streetcar by herself. English signs she can't read. And Sunday's the only day your Uncle Morris has got the time to bring her in the car.
Oh, my goodness. Is Uncle Morris coming, too?
He makes me sick.
Oh, darn it. Well, if they are coming and there's no way out of it, why can't they just come along on the picnic?
Your grandma's too old for picnics. And your Uncle Morris, he can't go either. He's got bum dogs.
You shouldn't say bum dogs, Mother. Say he has foot trouble.
Foot trouble, bum dogs. Morris has got bunions.
Why doesn't he see a chiropodist?
Darling, when a man has got bum feet, how can you cheer him up?
I'm not interested in Uncle Morris and his bunions. I wish they weren't coming on Sunday.
Me, too. We can't have any fun when Grandma's around. She's so quiet.
What do you want your grandma to do, play our saxophone?
No, but when she's here, we just sit around and talk.
Don't you love your grandma?
Sure, I do.
Sure you do, but only on weekdays. Listen, if you have to go, I can't chain you in the house. You ain't convicts.
You mean convict.
Well, then you mean we can go to the picnic?
Ask your papa.
Oh, he won't let us go.
I should say not. If Grandma wants to come over and Uncle Morris, too, we'd break a date with the President of the United States.
You oughtn't to be so anxious to see her. She's your mother-in-law.
Grandma Bloom is all right. I'll never forget the present she gave me when I started housekeeping.
What was it?
A beautiful mop. She bought it retail, just like a Gentile.
That's a swell present. A mop. Why didn't she get you something ornamental?
It was a beautiful mop, the very best.
Oh, I think that's a terrible thing to give anybody for a wedding present.
What good is a vase when you need a mop?
What did Papa give you for a wedding present?
Papa gave me the same as I gave him. Nothing. Say, listen, money wasn't so plentiful in those days.
But Papa had a position then, didn't he?
Your Papa had a job, not a position. $9 a week is only a job.
Is that all Papa made when you got married?
That's all. $9 a week, a job, and $51 in cash. We made up our minds we wouldn't be married until Papa had saved up $50. So one day he came to me and he said, Becky, I have $51. Now we can do it. So we did it the very next day.
Did you go anywhere on a honeymoon?
Oh, you couldn't have gone very far with $51.
Say, after we was married, we only had 44. $7 to get married. I'll never forget it. Almost a whole week's work.
Didn't you go for a honeymoon?
We took a long streetcar ride. Papa knew the conductor.
You mean he let you ride free?
No, but we only had to pay one fare.
Did you have a big party at the wedding?
Not such a big party, but everybody had a good time. We danced. I danced with Uncle Morris. In those days, he was a good dancer. He didn't have bunions yet. Everybody cried. It was a beautiful wedding.
What did you wear?
I wore a lovely dress from the best good. I wore it for years. Yetta, you remember when you was a little girl, you had a lovely white dress?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was the good.
Well, I think it's a shame. I invited Sidney, and, well, I'll feel like a fool telling him it was put off.
Yeah, and he was going to bring a fella for me, too.
They can take you out Monday.
Oh.
Sunday ain't the end of the world. Besides, it's very fashionable for a lady to break engagements. You read it to me yourself, Yetta, from the paper. Advice to the lovesick.
Oh, I can't do that. We've already made the plans.
Won't you please ask Papa?
That I can't do. If it was my mother coming over, your Papa would go to 2 picnics. But it's his mother, so we can't even go to 1.
Hello, Mama. Hello, children.
Hello, Papa.
Dinner
Hello,
ready?
darling. It'll be ready in a few minutes. Why are you making faces?
Why? Since I ate lunch, my stomach is killing me.
Why didn't you have some bicarbonate of ice cream soda?
I took it before lunch. I knew I was going to be sick. This morning when I got up, I felt bad, too.
Why did you eat lunch, Jake, if you felt bad?
So I shouldn't eat. What am I, a camel?
Yeah. What did you have for lunch?
Nothing. A little soup, some veal and potatoes with noodles, some boiled onions, apple cake, and a couple of glasses of tea.
You're on a diet.
A man works, he's got to eat.
Someday, if you keep eating like that, Jake, you'll have in your stomach ulcers.
Ulcers, Ma.
So it's ulcers. Veal you shouldn't eat in the middle of the day. With noodles also, you should get rhinoceros of the liver, which is very, very painful.
Did I come home for dinner or to listen to a lecture?
You could listen to lectures. 22 years I've told you on my bedded legs not to eat a heavy lunch, and still you're eating like a hyena.
22 years you've kept talking and still you've said nothing.
22 years you listened and still you could learn lots.
Oh, Ma, stop arguing with Pa.
Yeah, you're right, Yetta. Jake, I apologize. If you want to have indigestion, go ahead and have it. From your stomach trouble, I don't get headaches.
Papa.
Are you starting?
No, but You know, Grandma and Uncle Morris are coming over Sunday.
Sure, I know it.
And we wanted to go to a picnic on that day.
All right, put the picnic off.
But we can't do that.
You can't. You called it on, you can call it off. Besides, who likes picnics?
We like picnics.
If you like them this Sunday, you like them next Sunday.
Oh, it may rain a week from Sunday.
Yeah, it may rain this Sunday.
Oh, well, I don't think so.
How can you tell? Are you a weather prospect?
But it's so clear now. I just know it's going to be a swell day.
If you know it's going to be a swell day this Sunday, you know it's going to be a swell day next Sunday, too. Don't be so gloomy. Be an optician.
Oh, you mean an optimist, Ma.
I thought an optimist was a man who makes up spectacles.
Come on, let's eat.
All right, Jake, it ain't ready, but sit down.
If it ain't ready, what's so good to sit down?
Sit down and eat a radish.
With my stomach, radishes.
Chew it, and it won't hurt you.
Radishes talk back to me.
Don't answer them then.
How about the picnic?
I told you a week from Sunday we'll have a picnic. Well, I'll have the car washed.
I think if you called up Grandma and you told her that we were going out, she wouldn't mind coming the next Sunday.
I wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't hurt you any if you did.
How can you call up Grandma and tell her not to come over? Because we're going out in a field and eat sandwiches?
Yeah, she would be highly hurt.
Of course. You can't say to an old lady, rather than see you, we're all going out and be uncomfortable.
Maybe she'd come along.
What? Grandma at a picnic?
87 years she eats in a dining room, and now she should eat in a pasture.
Sure, she's too old for such
And
nonsense.
your poor Uncle Morris with his hot dogs. How would he act at a picnic? Like a bull in a Chinese closet.
Well, I wish you'd let me know so I can tell Sidney.
Sarah, 1 hour we've been letting you know, and still you're mixed up.
Oh, it wouldn't hurt them any to go along if they're so anxious to see us.
They pick the most inconvenient days to come calling.
Yeah.
Inconvenient? Who is it inconvenient
It's
for?
inconvenient for me and Yetta.
Listen, I'm sick of talking all day downtown. My partner's crazy. My stomach is burning me. So with all my other troubles, I should call up my own mother and my poor brother Morris and fight with them all about a couple of sandwiches that'll give me worse indigestion than I've got now.
Let your papa alone with his indigestion, Sarah. Can't he enjoy poor health without you bothering him?
Sure. I am laying down the law. Sunday comes Grandma. Picnics we'll have later. If you've invited somebody, you can uninvite them.
If he's a businessman, a cancellation is nothing new.
Shall I call him up then and tell him it's off?
Tell him what you please. If Grandma's coming here Sunday, we can't run away. Her we can't take to a picnic, so the picnic is canceled.
Don't bother your father. Call up Sidney.
Oh, what'll she tell him?
Sure, he'll think I'm crazy.
Tell him the picnic, which we was going to have Sunday, has been postscripted to next Sunday.
Yeah, and what'll he say?
How can I tell what he'll say? Am I a magician?
Whatever he says, the picnic is off.
Call him now, and then we'll sit down and eat.
Yeah, hurry up. Dinner is almost ready.
All right, I'll call him after dinner.
Call them after dinner.
Look, maybe we could still have the picnic.
Mama, how could we have the picnic?
Say, who could tell? Maybe Grandma would like a picnic.
Becky, you're talking like a fool. 87 years and suddenly she becomes a picnicker?
Listen, Jake, last week in the papers, a man 102 years old got married for the first time.
Yeah, if he would see what goes on in this house, the aggravation that I've got, he would think 102 is still too young.
What aggravation have you got?
What aggravation between knee pants and picnics with Sidney Schiffbane thrown in? I've got enough aggravation to drive me Michigan.
Yeah, all day long you eat veal with restaurant noodles. Do you expect to have a disposition like a canary and sing all day?
Now, look, I'm not blaming you, Becky. I'm blaming Sarah.
Don't blame Sarah. She's your own blood and skin. Sarah.
Sarah.
Aren't you glad you called off the picnic? Picnics you can go to all your life. Your poor grandma's an old lady. Give her a little pleasure. Also your Uncle Morris. One Sunday they want to come here. Ain't it nicer you should put off Sidney than to put off those two old people?
Oh, I never looked at it that way. I didn't think they've got much fun coming over here. We just sit and talk.
That's their kind of fun. What else have they got in life? Can Grandma go dancing with gigolos? Can Uncle Morris take out chorus girls? The little pleasure they got in life is to see you, too. Surely that's much you can do for them.
Gee, I guess you're right, Ma.
Of course I'm right. Look at it their way. How would they feel? All they got in the world is a little visit to see somebody they love. That's all.
You're absolutely right, Ma. Oh, I'm sorry. I never thought of it.
Same here. After all, we can have the picnic anytime.
I knew mine two children. I knew if I explained to you what it would mean to push off your grandmother, you wouldn't even let me do it.
Oh, I'm glad you explained it to her.
Should I answer it?
No, you serve up the soup. I'll catch you.
Maybe it's for me.
If it's for you, I'll call you. Hello? How are you? Yeah, thank you. We're all right. I'm glad to hear it. You don't say. Oh, sure. It don't make no difference to us. Ha. Call us up and let us know, eh? All right. Goodbye.
Well, Mama, who was it?
Uncle Morris.
What did he want?
He called up to tell us he and Grandma not coming here Sunday.
Not coming? What's the matter?
They can't come. They got a date.
A date? Where are they going?
They're going to our picnic.
Well, 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 here's Mama Bloom's brood. Well, the Blooms are going on a picnic. We find the girls helping to pack the lunch, and Mama says,
Don't get excited.
But we're late. Do you realize it's pretty near noon?
Does it say somewhere in our big book that our picnic must be started before 12 o'clock?
I know, but the earlier we start, the earlier we'll get back.
We haven't even started yet, and you're worried about getting back. I thought picnics was a pleasure.
I know, but we want to get back before it's dark.
In the first place, it don't get dark until 7 o'clock with this daylight safety time.
Oh, but
And in the second place, suppose we do have to come home in the dark. Ain't we got headlamps?
How are we going to sit? I suppose Papa will want to drive. He always does.
It's Papa's car.
Oh, but Sidney's a much better driver.
Pa can drive all right. I don't say he's a Bonnie Google, but he's all right.
Oh, Pa's a terrible driver.
Pa's good enough. He steers swell. He may make a little noise when he exchanges shifts, but he's a good enough driver for me.
He drives too slow. It'll take him all day to get there.
What's your hurry? This is our pleasure trip. When you go fast, what good is it? You can't even read the signboards.
Which way are we going to go?
We can go over the Foot Street Bridge.
By that way's mountains.
Yeah, a few.
Then we go some other way. I don't like mountains.
Oh, why not?
If they're high, I don't like them. And if they're low, they ain't mountains.
Oh, we better go the old way, up toward Newtown.
That's a good way.
If you let Sidney drive, it's not dangerous going up mountains.
Papa's going to drive.
Then you sit in front with Pa, and we'll put the baskets there, and we four will sit in the back.
The baskets can't be in front. When Papa drives, he's got to have room for his elbows, just like when he eats.
Oh, what are we going to do then?
If Sidney and Arnold and Yetta sit in back, there won't be room for the baskets.
I should say not.
Unless we sit on the boys' laps.
Nobody sits on anybody's lap.
Well, I don't see what we're going to do then.
If you and Pop would take the baskets in front, it'd be a sin.
We can tie the baskets on the back, on the rack trunk.
That'll look terrible.
I should say so. Simply terrible.
Are we going to a picnic, or are we going to have a picture taken? We're having too many rules for this picnic. A certain time we must stop. A certain time we must come back. The baskets must go in a place nobody knows where. We haven't started yet, and already I'm having a bum time.
Where's Pop?
He went down to the office for a few minutes.
Did he shave?
Sundays he don't shave.
He can't go then.
I can't go then. I didn't shave either.
Oh, I think he'd have a little pride about the way he looks.
Your Papa looks all right. You ought to be glad he don't wear a beard.
Oh, if he wore a beard, I'd die.
Mm-hmm. Some nice men wore beards. Look at General Grunt in history.
Well, I don't care. He ought to shave.
When he comes home, I'll ask him to take just a quick shave.
Sarah, I'm giving you good advice. Don't ask him. In the first place, he didn't want to go. So if you ask him to shave, the whole picnic will be suspended. Besides, Papa ain't no sport. Next thing, you'll be wanting him to wear a tuxedo like a waiter.
We'll be a fine-looking crowd. Baskets all over the car. Papa without a shave. And you in that old dress.
This dress is all right. It's good enough for picnics.
Why don't you wear your good black one?
$2.25 a yard I paid for that silk. And you want me to wear it to be stung by a caterpillar?
Oh, caterpillars don't sting.
All right, a wisp.
Well, you should wear it, Ma.
Yeah, Ma, you look 10 years younger in it.
Yes, you do. Honest you do, Ma.
You told me that about my new hat.
Well, it's true.
Well, I'll wear my black dress. It'll make me look 10 years younger. My new hat will make me look 10 years more younger. I wear a couple more things, and I won't be born maybe for 2 years.
Oh, then you're going to wear it?
No matter what you say, my best dress I don't wear to sit down on trees. Ants can crawl on this dress. If they don't like it, they don't have to crawl.
Why are you always talking about ants?
Because to our picnic, comes ants. They don't need an invitation. I'll bet you the minute we get there, the ants will be telephoning all around to the other ants, telling them to come over. The Blooms is giving a picnic. Say, an ant's got to make a living, too.
Oh, I'll bet there won't even be any ants.
Maybe not, but there'll be cows. You know, I heard someplace, if you see a cow, don't wave in front of him a yellow rag.
Ma, in the first place, it's a red rag, and in the second place, it's a bull.
Bulls, cows. How can I tell the difference? Am I a zoo?
I like animals.
Well, Sarah, you should live in Africa then, with kangaroos, zebras, giraffes, and whales. Me, I like tame animals like a lamb chop.
Speaking of food, what have we got?
Well, you should see. In the first place, potato salad. I made 2 big jars full.
Oh, well, that's too much potato salad.
At a picnic, you must eat big. Even if you got no appetite, it's a rule.
What else?
2,000 hard-boiled eggs.
2 dozen hard-boiled eggs for 6 people?
Maybe a tramp will come along.
Well, what else have we got?
Pickles, 2 kinds, and chow-chow.
Sounds good.
You ain't heard something yet. A tongue sliced, not like cigarette paper. Thick slices with corned beef. A whole chicken. A salami, the best.
Has it got garlic in it?
Who knows what's in a salami?
Well, now, don't tell me you've got anything else.
Yeah, sure, plenty. A liver sausage, some chocolate cake, a can of sardines, maybe 2, and a lemon cream pie.
Now, how can you carry a lemon cream pie? The minute you wrap it up, it spoils.
I'll carry it in my hand.
You can't carry a lemon cream pie in your hand.
Gosh, I never heard of so much food in all my life.
You know something? I almost forgot the salt. But I'm taking it separate, so it shouldn't get in the chocolate cake. I've been to picnics before.
Well, I'm certainly glad that's all.
Then we're taking along some ginger ale, some iced tea, and a thermometer full from coffee, and paper plates, and paper cups, and knives, and forks, and spoons, and a tablecloth and napkins. You don't think I forgot anything?
Well, I don't see how we're ever going to get it all in the car.
Mm-hmm. A good idea would be if we had one of those little wagons that you tie onto our car. A tailor.
I never heard anything like that in my whole life.
No. Your mama don't give parties like Mrs. Rabinovitz. 8 ladies she had to a party last Tuesday, and she served 2 pieces of lettuce and an olive.
Oh, you told us you had chicken salad.
That's what she called it. I pushed mine around with a fork for 5 minutes, and not one piece of chicken did I meet. When I invite people to eat, if they don't feel uncomfortable afterwards, I know they had a bum dinner.
Paul should be here now.
Yeah. Well, there's your Sydney.
Well, I told him 11:30.
Well, why doesn't Pa show up?
Pa'll be here in plenty time. Come on, now, let's pack the baskets. Yetta, what you putting in there?
The lemon pie.
You got a head like a taxi. The lemon pie she puts on the bottom. I told you not to pack it. Give it to me. On the bottom, you put the potato salad. Taste it, it's good.
Ma, give me some.
All right, I'll give you some. Here, take something with it. A piece of salami. Yetta, give her a slice of bread. Salami you can't eat raw.
Okay.
And a pickle.
It's good, Ma.
I'll take a pickle, too.
I know what you like. Here. Open up that other package. It's corned beef. Taste it.
Don't you want something, Ma?
Well, crack me a hard-boiled egg with a pinch salt.
Okay.
A slice of bread I'll have, too.
Here.
Oh,
Boy,
boy.
this egg is good.
Another more? Here.
Don't crack another one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, it's cracked. I'll leave it. Yaka,
Yeah.
take me out maybe 1 spoon potato salad.
Okay.
That's enough. Break off for me a piece of corned beef, not a whole slice. Sarah, give me another piece of bread.
Well, we all ready?
Oh, hello,
How's
Pop.
this? Everybody's eating?
Hello, Papa.
This is good.
Give Papa a chicken leg.
Yeah, I'll take the other leg.
I'd like a leg too, Ma.
This is our chicken, not a centipede.
This is good chicken. Well, haven't you got any potato salad?
Give him potato salad.
If you gotta get it, never mind. I'll do without the potato
right.
salad.
Why should you do without potato salad?
All right, Mama. I'll settle for a pickle.
Give him 2 pickles.
Here, Pa.
Say, look, I've got an idea. Let's eat the lemon pie. We can't pack it anyhow.
Mama, this chicken is the best you ever made.
Chicken is always good, Jack. Fetch them up.
All right. Never mind. Instead, I'll take, let me see, what do you got here? I'll take some of this lemon pie.
Wait a minute. We're eating up the picnic.
Yeah. What's the difference? A picnic is a picnic no matter where you eat it.
Oh, let's stop eating. My goodness, this is terrible.
Yeah, come on, now let's pack
The
it all
boys
up
will be here
again.
any minute and we want to start.
Wait a minute.
you got there, Papa?
You'll soon see. Here you are, Yetta. And one for you, Sarah. And
gee.
one for you, Mama. A pair for everybody.
Look, he bought us Google.
Well, I put on top of the potato salad, Ma.
Well, you better put the chicken.
The chicken's all gone. See, I told you we'd be sure of the food. We haven't even started and already the chicken's gone.
Well, what do I put in my basket?
All the little packages.
We can't do it in 2 baskets. There's no use trying.
A toy basket's in the pantry. Get it. Not the one with the cat in it.
Oh, let's take the
We
cat.
don't need animals. We got Sydney.
Sydney's not an animal.
All right, don't fight. He's not an animal, he's a mineral.
And don't call him a mineral either, Mom.
As long as we get the baskets packed, he can be a vegetable. Uh-huh. I knew we forgot something. Vegetables. Yenta, look at the icebox. You'll find those sweet sour beans. Put them in the cracked soup plate and put them on top from the chocolate cake. No, not from the chocolate cake. You'll break up the icing. Put them on top from the liver sausage.
Okay. 12 o'clock, you told me to be home. I break my neck to be home, and here we sit.
Did you get gasoline?
Gasoline I got.
Oh, you should have had the oil change, Pop.
Yeah, and put water in the radio.
Am I a fool? Everything I did. Even the spare tire I had pumped up. As long as Sidney's coming along, I only hope we have a puncture.
Yeah, there's Sidney.
Oh, I guess he stopped to pick up Arnold.
Arnold's coming, too.
Yeah.
Where are we all going to sit?
Who's going to drive?
I'll drive, and your mom will tell me how.
Oh, we four can sit in back if we put the baskets in front, Pa.
When Pop and I sit in front, there's no room for baskets.
Yeah, I gotta have room.
Why don't you let Sidney drive?
In my car, I drive. And when we go to Sidney's picnic in his car, he can drive.
Jake, drive slow.
All right, Mom, I'll drive slow.
There's Sidney. Gee, I hope Arnold drives.
Jake, you took a long money. You know, in an automobile.
Yes, I took a long money.
Hello, Mr. Bloom. Hello, Mrs.
Hello,
Bloom.
Sidney. Hello, how are you?
Well, we're
Hello.
glad you're coming with us, Sidney. You too, Arnold.
Can I help? You want me to drive?
I'll drive.
We know, Sidney, you're a very good driver, but if anybody but Papa drives, I get very nervous.
Quite a gang, huh? I guess the best way will be if we four are sitting back and you put the baskets in front with you and Mrs. Bloom.
In the front will go no baskets.
Don't get excited, Papa. We'll tie the baskets on the back.
Are we ready to start, or are we going to wait until you shave, Mr. Bloom?
Papa's not shaving.
Well, that's all right. Doesn't make any difference to me. Come on, Arnold. You
Okay.
take that basket, and I'll take these two. We'll stick them in the back someplace.
Here's a piece string.
Thanks. We'll work it out somehow. Oh, did you get gas, Mr. Bloom?
I got gas, I got water, I got gas, I got everything.
Sidney, hurry up downstairs. Tie the baskets on the rack trunk and we'll start. Hurry up, darling.
We'll go with you. Come on, Yetta.
All right,
That boy is poison to me. A picnic is enough trouble without him.
Look, if you're ready, we'll start. Huh? Take your other hat, Jake.
I'll wear this hat.
In a automobile, you don't wear a doily.
Do I tell you what to wear?
Wear what you please. But, Jake, if we hit a bump, you'll break the hat.
All right. Give me the other hat. Mama,
What you want?
why didn't you wear your other dress?
This one's good enough. But mine best underwear I wore.
An old dress, but your best underwear.
Sure. In case we have an accident, I want to look nice in the hospital.
Well. Mama Bloom's brood. Well, it's Sunday morning, and here are the Blooms, complete with Sidney and Arnold, on their way to the long-planned picnic.
Are the baskets tied on tight?
Sure, you could go around the world and those baskets would still be on there.
You could go around the world. Shut the door and let's go.
Papa, wait till I get in.
Mama, you'll do me one favor.
I know. I shouldn't be our front seat driver.
Someday when I get rich, I'm going to get you an extra horn. So that when somebody is crossing the street a half a mile away, you could push a horn yourself and not worry me. I got enough trouble driving.
We should have freewheeling.
Freewheeling is no good.
How do you know?
If it was any good, would they give it away?
Well, how we start.
Give me mine pair googles. Wait a minute, Jake. I'll exchange with you. Give me the yellow ones. Green I don't like.
take the yellow ones. The main thing is to get in the car. We got to hurry.
Why do we got to hurry? It's our picnic, not an excursion.
It's coming up a rain.
Oh, it won't rain today. I saw it in the paper.
Well, maybe it won't rain in the paper, but I tell you here, it's gonna rain.
Now, how do you know, Pa?
My corns bite me, and when my corns bite me, it comes a rain.
But the weatherman says no.
How can the weatherman tell if Papa's feet hurt?
You don't understand, Mother. They work out the weather reports with maps and charts and things like that.
Maps and charts, what do they know? Nobody can tell the weather like Papa's feet. For 22 years, this corn has never made a mistake.
Well, maybe this time it's wrong.
My corn bites me, and when my corn bites me, it comes a rain. Are you ready, Mama?
I'm ready. Are the baskets tied on tight?
The baskets are all right. Sidney tied them on himself.
Sidney. All right, come on, we'll start.
Be careful, Jake. In back of yours are taxis.
I saw it.
In front from yours are trucks.
How can I miss seeing a truck? Becky, I'm asking you right now, before we start, who is driving the car?
Jake, you are driving the car.
All right, let me do the driving then. Do you think I want to get killed?
Don't comment, Jake.
All right. Well, where would you like to go?
Well, let's go over the Foot Street Bridge, huh?
By that way's mountain.
Well, we can go along the river.
Oh, I hate that road.
A nice way is through Bellevue.
Oh, there's nothing but cemeteries out there.
But can cemeteries hurt you?
Let's take the new road through Crestview Hill.
What difference does it make? Wherever we start, in the finish comes detours.
All right, which way am I going?
Well, there's no use of me suggesting anything.
You always find something wrong with any place I suggest.
If you don't tell me, how can I go?
Oh, I'll go any place.
Jake, be careful, our streetcar.
I saw it.
You want lawsuits, huh? You're so rich that you want to get lawyers and fight the streetcar company.
Did I hit it?
Didn't I tell you not to hit it?
Even if you had told me not to hit it, I wouldn't have hit it.
How do I know? Maybe you didn't see it.
But I told you I saw it.
Jake, you told me you saw it after I told you not to hit it.
Why do I have to tell you that I saw it before you told me not to hit it? Every time we pass a streetcar, must I send you a postal card?
Jake, be careful. A dog.
Oh, don't hit a dog. It's bad luck.
Streetcar's good luck, huh?
Everybody is talking and nobody is telling me where to go.
Go where you please, Jake. Is anybody stopping
All right,
you?
all right. I'll go where I please.
Are the baskets tied on tight?
I told you, Sidney tied them on.
Take a peep, huh?
Tell Paul to stop and I'll look.
I'll look over the back. Okay, there. Nothing to worry about.
It's going to come up a rain.
Jake, why didn't you say so before we started? We could have taken umbrellas.
Nobody takes umbrellas to picnic.
So if it's our picnic and it rains, you don't get wet.
It's not going to rain.
When my corn bites me, comes up a rain.
Why are we stopping?
I hear the bus is a traffic jam.
I told you not to come this way.
But on Sunday, everywhere the traffic is thick.
Hey, why don't you go alongside of that roadster, Pa?
Sure. It's the best place in the ditch.
Do you think Papa's driving our submarine?
I think you could take a chance, Mr. Bloom.
Sure. Joe, with my car, he could take a chance.
Oh, go ahead, Pop. Be a sport.
Jake, you'll stay where you are. You want dents in the fences?
Fenders, Ma.
Fenders, whatever you call them, we don't want dents in them. Jake, you stay where you are.
Who's moving?
Now you can go ahead, Jake. But slow.
Why don't you turn off here, huh?
Which way?
I turned left.
Oh, right, Pa.
Jake, for goodness sakes, be careful. You almost hit that car.
That guy's a crazy driver.
He shouldn't be allowed on the road. He should have his license renewed.
Go ahead, Pa. You can't stand here.
Which way?
Take the next road left.
I think it's right.
Right or left? Tell me.
What we should have is our road mark.
Make up your mind. Left or right? Right or left?
Right.
Why don't you go straight ahead?
I'll turn left. I'm sick of this undecided.
Jake, blow your horn.
Put out your hand, Mama.
I got to hold on my Google.
All right. If nobody's got any hands left, then I'll turn right.
Say, wait a minute, Mr. Bloom. I think this is a blind road.
What's a blind road?
I think it comes to an end here. I think we'll have to turn back.
Not even a detour.
I don't think so.
There'll be a road.
Now, if Sidney tells you it's a blind road, why don't you turn around? He knows what he's talking about.
Sidney can be wrong, too.
Stop, Jake. It's our fence.
See, I told you. It's a blind road. Now you'll have to go back.
Turn around, Jake. And be careful. I don't want you should go in the ditch.
How can I drive with all this talking?
Who's talking? I haven't said a word since we left the house. Quiet, I sit here like a decent dummy. Jake, you're going back too far.
Do you want me to turn the car around for you, Mr. Bloom?
If you can turn around, I can turn around.
Wipe off your face, Jake. It's running perspiration.
How many hands have I got?
Why did you wear a vest anyhow? Look, Sidney's got no vest.
I am suddenly sick with Sidney.
Pop, I'm surprised at you.
Becky, you'll please move over a little. Give me a little more room.
Room, you got it.
Oh, this is a very narrow road to turn around. Who told me to go up this road? Probably Sidney.
Papa's making jokes. I told you to go up the road, Jake. I thought it would take us through some beautiful detours.
Well, where do I go now?
Hey, go straight ahead, Pop.
Here's a nice place.
It's too close to the road, Mom.
My corns are biting me. It's coming up a rain.
Papa's right. Let's stop and eat.
Here's a nice place.
No.
Sidney, you let Papa pick out the place, huh? Papa's very expert on picking.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's a nice place. Here we stop.
Yeah. Get the car off the road and we'll get out.
Well, be careful, Pop.
Yetta, you shut up. From your mama, I gotta take it, but from you, it's something else. All right, get out. Open the door for your mama.
Okay.
Jake, he's coming in with our big dog.
Well, let him come. Is it my pest?
Listen, guy, you and that gang climb back in that washing machine and get that hack off my land before I turn this dog loose.
Say, listen, are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. Beat it, make it snappy. I'll be back in 5 minutes, and if you're not gone, I'll throw you off.
He's a nice fella.
Oh, if I was 10 years younger,
But you want to fight with the man.
Yeah, I should give him a smash in the face.
Since when are you a smasher? Don't smash so quick. Maybe he'll smash back.
That was all I could do to hold my temper. For 2 cents, I'd have gone right up to
Yeah,
him.
and for 1 cent, he'd have gone right up to you.
Please don't fight with Sidney. Jake, here's a nice place. Let's stop here. We'll have a nice lunch, then maybe we'll play games, baseball, puss in the corner. Sally, you'll get me the basket, huh? Give me first the one with the tablecloths in the place.
Do you want us to help?
Sure, we'll help.
Sally, take Sidney off someplace where I'm still feeling good.
Sidney, you'll help me. Papa, you sit down quiet, huh? Soon we'll have a lovely lunch. Yes, and now bring me the other basket, yeah?
Well, you got both the baskets, Ma.
Darling, there's still another basket.
No, there's only 2 here, Ma.
No, there were 3. I remember when I tied them on.
Sidney, give it a look.
All right. Say, she's right. There's only 2.
One of them got lost. Here's the broken piece of string where it was tied on.
Our basket is lost. It couldn't be.
She says it couldn't be, and it is.
How can our basket become lost?
How could a basket not become lost when Sidney ties it on?
Don't blame Sidney.
All right. I'll blame the piece of string.
Oh, it could happen to anybody.
It could happen to anybody, but who does it happen to? I'll tell you, Sidney.
Talking brings you no basket. Our basket is gone, so our basket is gone.
Well, what was in the basket that fell off, huh?
All the meats and the potato salad and the liver sausage and the salami.
The salami is lost.
Yeah.
What have we got left then?
We got pickles and chow-chow and chocolate cake and salt and pepper and 4 kinds of bread, mustard, and cupcakes.
It's a fine picnic. All right, give me a cupcake with some mustard on it.
Gee, folks, I'm sorry.
Then it's all right. As long as you're sorry, we don't need the meat. But could you be a little extra sorry so we don't need the potato salad, too?
Sidney,
Yeah?
you and Han will take Sally and Yetta for a walk, huh? Papa and I want to talk.
All right, Mrs. Bloom. I'm sorry the whole thing happened.
That's all right, darling. Take a
All
walk.
right, come on, girls.
Gee, I'm awful sorry.
Well, Mama, what did you want to say to me that you couldn't say while they were listening?
Jake, sit down and wipe off your face.
All right, so my face is wiped off. What do you want?
Jake, be a little nice to Sidney.
Sidney is an A number 1 slummy.
No, he ain't. Sidney's a nice fella with a good mind.
If he's got a good mind, I'm a college professor.
Jake, don't be a fool. He's in love with our Sarah.
Oh, so does that make him lose baskets?
Yeah, that makes him lose baskets. Don't you understand, Jake? When he's with us, he's so anxious that everything be all right that he does everything go wrong.
Oh, then I was in love with you. I didn't do everything all wrong.
Jake, you forget what you did.
No, not
Must
me.
I tell you again about the time you come over to our house?
No. Don't start with that, Mama. Don't
It's
start.
the same with Sidney. He's trying so hard in front from Sarah. Just like you were trying so hard in front from me. And if it was good enough for you, why couldn't it be good enough for Sidney? A young man in love, Jake, has got to be a fool. If he ain't a fool, then he ain't in love.
I guess you're right. I never would have thought of it.
Sure you would have thought of it. Jake, you're a smart man.
Yeah, you're right, Becky. I would have thought of it.
Of course you would. You're no fool.
All right. Well, what do you want me to do?
Look, darling, call him over here and make him welcome. Tell him it don't make no difference losing the basket. Offer him a cigar.
But Mama ain't got no cigar.
Offer him anyhow. Maybe he'll say no.
All right. You call him.
And you'll do it nice, Papa, please.
As long as I'm going to do it, I'll do it nice.
Yeah. Sidney, come over here. You fool, Sidney.
Yeah? Mrs. Bloom, I found the basket.
Yes, it must have fallen off just as we came into the field.
I certainly feel better now. Gee, I felt like an awful fool when I saw that basket was gone.
That's all right. When a man who is in love...
Papa, big fire.
Yes, Mama. Sidney, will you have a cigar?
No, thanks. I don't use them.
You see, Papa, I told you. Sit down, everybody. We'll have a nice picnic.
Oh, I felt something on my head. Is it raining?
Well, let's eat quick.
It's coming up a big
I
cloud.
felt a drop, too.
I just felt it myself. Come on, hurry up. Pick up everything. Put him back in the basket.
Oh, maybe the shower will pass over.
Can we sit here like fishes? Come on, hurry
Oh,
up.
that's a shame. Just when everybody was having such a good time.
Mine, child, that's how you'll find out how life is like. Never is anything perfect. When it's all right on this side, something's wrong on the other side. When it's all right over there, it don't fit here. I mean, it's got one leg longer, the other leg is shorter. Come on, Jake, start the car.
Well, where will we have the picnic then?
The best place is the dining room.
Where will we put the baskets in back?
No, put the baskets in the front with me and Mama.
Well. Here's Mama Bloom's brood. Morning in the Bloom home. Mama is preparing breakfast as Papa comes into the kitchen.
Sit down, Jake. Sit down. What are you standing around for? Breakfast's been ready for 10 minutes.
Mama, I don't feel so good.
What's the matter with you?
My stomach is a little mixed up.
What did you put in your stomach? It got mixed up?
Nothing.
From nothing, our stomach don't get mixed up.
Mama, I tell you, I had nothing.
Well, what kind of nothing did you have? Did you have sausage nothing, or did you have liverwurst nothing?
Yeah, I had a little liverwurst. But how could that hurt me? One little piece?
One little piece, he says. For 22 years, Jake, I told you not to eat liverwurst.
But, Mama, I like it.
It don't like you. All right, I'll give you something.
Mama, remember, no castor oil.
Who's giving you castor oil?
Yeah, but every time you fool me.
This time I wouldn't fool you. I'll give you something, you'll take it, and in a couple of hours you'll be ready to eat liverwurst all over again.
All right, Mama, but please, no castor oil.
Are you our child that I should have to give you something under a unanimous name?
All right, give it to me quick. All right, Mama, I tell you I'm a sick man.
Don't worry, darling, your insurance is paid. If your insurance is paid, nothing can happen to you. Do you think the insurance company wants to lose money? Come on, Jake, here. Take it quick, swallow down.
All right, Mama, here.
Right down.
Free, Mama. Mama, you gave me castor oil.
All right, Jake, don't work yourself into an aggravation. You took it, in a minute you'll be all right. Now, eat some breakfast.
But castor oil is no good. I don't feel a bit better.
How can it do you good so quick? Even castor oil needs a chance.
A chance. Maybe I should lay down for a little while.
Sure, that's a good idea. Put back on your pajamas. And the pants, too. Today you'll take it easily.
Yeah, but what'll happen to the business?
The office will get along without you. Besides, what good are you in the office? Making faces like that, you'll scare the customers.
But I gotta go downtown, Mama.
I tell you, Sam, for one day, can do without you. If anything important happens, he'll call up.
All right, Mama, give me a pillow. I'll lay down right here.
Here's a pillow, Jake. Take off your shoes, you'll feel better.
I don't want to take off my shoes.
Here's your slippers.
All right, Mama. Oh, Mama, you better call up Sam.
All right, I'll call him.
Mama, where's the tiger blood?
It's on the table right in front from you.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Thank you.
Hello? Hello, is this the True Fit Knee Pants Company, Bloom and Zeff proprietors? Yes. Well, this is Mrs. Jake Bloom. You'll connect me with Mr. Sam Zeff, please. Yeah. Hello, Sam. How are you? This is Becky Bloom. How's Dora? Oh, you don't say. Is she going to the country this year? Why not? I don't blame her. That place, I don't like it either.
Mama, tell him I'm sick.
Yeah, Mrs. Roth was telling me from our place in the Catskills with the finest food and every afternoon bridge with prizes, and very reasonable. How much was you paying last year? You don't say. Well, last year we paid $5 less and we had an extra wind in our bedroom.
Mama, if you please, you'll tell him I'm sick, please.
Yeah, I'll tell her. Ask Dora what she's doing Tuesday in the afternoon. And if she's doing nothing, she'll call me up and we'll go someplace,
Mama, will you please tell him that I am sick?
Yeah. Sam, Jake is suffering from liver sausage. And he's very, very weak, so he won't come down today. If anything what you should want, you'll telephone him, yeah? Uh-huh. All right. Goodbye.
No, Mama. What did he say?
He said Dora's going to a new place this summer.
But what did he say when you told him I was staying home?
He said, all right. What is he, a partner or a slave drover? Now, Jack, take it easy. Just sleep and have a nice day of relapsing.
Mama, I'm tired.
Lay then. After a while, I'll make you a nice plate soup, and your stomach will feel like a new man.
Well, maybe it'll do me good to take it easy one day.
Sure. All work and no plate makes Jack a sick man.
Yeah. And Mama, if Sam calls me up, you'll wake me.
Are you asleep already?
If I was asleep, could I answer you?
No, go to sleep then. It does every man good once in a while to take the day easily. Sit around, do nothing. Tomorrow morning you'll feel fine.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Mom. The day off will do me good.
Of course I'm right. Lay quiet now, huh?
Yeah. Say, but the Fishbane from Atlanta comes in. Who's going to wait on him?
What's the matter with Sam? Don't he know the prices?
He don't know what prices I give Fishbane in Atlanta.
I thought everybody got the same price.
Pretty near everybody gets the same prices, but a customer like Fishbane, you got to handle him different. You see, he likes to bargain. So if a number is priced, we'll say $15 a dozen, you got to ask him $19.50. Then let him talk you down to $15. That makes him happy and it don't cost you nothing.
How do you know he's coming in?
How do you know he ain't?
If he does come in, Sam will handle him.
Mama, don't worry me about Fishbane in Atlanta. If he comes in, let him break a leg. I'm a sick man.
All right, don't aggravate yourself, huh?
Every time you tell me not to aggravate myself, it aggravates me.
Jay.
What do you want, Mama?
Drive in a couple nails here, please.
A couple nails. Well, what are you hanging?
I'm hanging up a picture.
What kind of a picture? Let me see it.
It's a picture of a man fishing in a little boat.
What for are you hanging up a picture of a man fishing? Do you know the man?
No, he's a big man in history.
A big man in history fishing?
Sure, look at him standing there.
Let me take... Ay, Mama, raise me.
What's the matter?
This picture is the picture of Washington crossing the Delaware.
And he ain't fishing? What's he standing up for?
What's he step? Don't worry me, Mama. Tell where you want the nail.
Look, right here. Put the nail here.
You got maybe a hammer?
No, look, I'll take off my shoe. I'll give it to you.
All right, but how can you drive a nail with a shoe?
All right, Jake. Here, here's a chisel.
All right, give it to me. I'll use the handle.
Now, what did you do now?
What did I do? I hit my thumb with the chisel.
I told you to use the shoe, didn't I?
I'm worried about the business.
A day home quiet will do you good.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll go to sleep.
Sure, go to sleep.
Say, Mama, if Sam calls me, you'll wake me up.
Yeah, I'll do. Jake, hold up this chair a minute. I want to fix the carpet.
You hold the chair, Mama, and I'll fix the carpet.
Pull it so it'll be closer to the door, huh?
All right, how much closer? 8 or 9 inches?
Not that much. A foot close will be enough.
Mama, how can I pull the carpet when the table is standing on it?
All right, help me move the table then.
All right. Well, where will we put it?
Put it over there where the china cabinet is.
How can I put it where the china cabinet is?
We'll move the china cabinet in the hole.
But the dishes will fall out.
All right, let's put the dishes in the kitchen.
All right.
You'll be very careful, Jake, huh? Don't take so many at a time.
Is 6 so many?
Jake, take only what you can carry,
I
huh?
can carry 6.
You'll be careful, Jake,
Don't
huh? You're going to
me.
break them.
No.
I told you, Jake. Leave alone the dishes. I'll take them out myself.
Mama, I think I'll lay down. I'm tired.
Why did you stay home from the store for? Sure, lay down.
Mama, if Sam calls up, you'll wake me up.
Yeah. Jake, push around the vacuum cleaner.
All right.
With this button, you catch on the electricity, and then you push it the other way, and it catches it off.
All right, Mama. Hey, what's this bag for?
And this bag comes up the dirt.
Oh, it catches much dirt.
Jake, don't open it.
But I'd like to see the
dirt.
dirt.
Is dirt. What do you want to see it for? Fine, Jake. I asked you not to open up the bag. Now you got dirt all over the floor. Go in the kitchen. Standing there's a broom with a shovel. Sweep up the dirt in the shovel.
Yeah, but where'll I put the dirt?
Put it back in the bag from the
Hey,
vacuum.
Mama, I could throw it in the fireplace.
Jake, that reminds me.
Huh?
Go downstairs in the cellar and bring up some wood for the fireplace, huh?
Big pieces of wood or little pieces?
Big pieces only. Little pieces make too much ashes.
All right, but I'll bring up some little pieces,
All right. Before you get the wood, sweep up the old ashes and carry them down in the cellar, huh? Jake, not with that broom.
What?
Oh, in the backyard, you'll find an old broom. Honest, the man is more trouble around the house. Anything you ask him to do, he makes so much fuss, it's better he didn't do it.
Hey, Mama.
Yeah?
In the backyard, there's no broom?
It's a little broom without a handle. Look for it.
Mama, it's no big broom and it's no little broom.
You didn't look.
I looked.
I tell you didn't look. Put on your glasses.
I looked with my new glasses and it wasn't there.
Are you going to believe me? You're going to believe a new pair from glasses. I tell you on the back porch is a broom.
On the back porch? You said in the backyard?
All right. The back porch instead of the backyard. I know exactly where it is. It's under the icebox. And Jake, while you're out there, empty the pan under the icebox, huh?
I emptied the pan, the broom. Now I'm all mixed up, Mama.
How can you be mixed up? Listen to me. You go out on the back porch.
Yeah.
You empty the water under the icebox.
Yeah.
You bring in the broom. You sweep from the fireplace the ashes. Carry the ashes down in the cellar and bring up some big pieces of wood for the fire. And then lay down. Remember, you're a sick man, huh? Hello? Hello? Huh, Mrs. Levine? No, I couldn't do it. Jake is home. Yeah, he's got a liver sausage stomach and he's staying home from the office to get a day from